perfect example in the film is when Taylor comes down and to Emil and goes, we're about to get it on, get ready to fight. I love the way he did it because he just took his scope and pushed that cap up a little bit, and then you could see that glaze come over, and it goes from, all right, everything's kosher, we're out here doing our thing, and now I'm about to take your head off.
Senior Taliban commander is a Tier 1 target.
Shaw killed 20 Marines last week. We let him go. 40 more will die next week.
Going in with Dietz, Axelson, myself, Marcus. Danny, you radio working?
It's just Afghanistan, that's all.
Why is Murphy calling on a sat phone?
It's a bad spot.
Let's fall back to that tree line. Mikey, you see this?
Go! We can take him, but we're gonna need a new spot! Fall him back!
Shot me. We're all shot, bro. Can you fight?
I can fight. I can fight.
You know, I'm pretty banged up still to this day, but not just from this movie in particular, but from living a pretty reckless life and being a thrill seeker and an adrenaline junkie when I was younger. I could tell I get a little extra love from the SEAL guys because, you know, I got a couple herniated discs and stuff. Maybe I couldn't get as low as I needed to get when I was getting online, but.
I observed something that was just classic, and there's an old joke about the old bull and the young bull, which I can't tell because it's really sexist.
Run down, walk down.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell that joke, probably everybody knows it, but you know, wisdom. We did, you know, some pretty extraordinary cliff falls that were just the most brutal stunts I've ever seen. Some of the actors, particularly this psycho here, and Ben Foster, who's the ultimate psycho, were like, well, I want to get in there and do it, and I really want to go. And I would get calls. Taylor Kitsch was getting ready to throw himself off a cliff, and I'd have to run over there and stop it.
Action!
And then Mark came and he watched it, and he kind of took a look at where the cameras were. He figured out exactly where he needed to fall, just for how long, to give us what we needed. So Ben Foster would do 8 takes, and we'd only use a tiny little bit of it. God knows what he really did to himself. He was icing himself for 2 days. Mark got in there very wisely and said, all right, I'm not gonna waste my time falling off a bunch of shit you're never gonna use, but I'll bet you right here you'll use it. And if you look in the film, it's wisdom. He knew how to do just enough to get it done, and I was impressed by that.
Well, the camera's pointing in this direction. These guys are falling down here and keep falling and shit. And like, everybody, the camera guy just stops looking through the lens. He's looking at them rolling down the hill. It's like, okay, yeah, well, maybe they think there's another camera buried in the ground.